And the Miz got kidnapped.
Oh, you know what would be cool if Miz came back as like a zombie and shit, you know? You know what I mean? Like,
After they tore his pec.
no, he's there.
Well, they found him because they arrested him on they arrested Shaw on NXT.
Oh, yeah, because he showed up to talk to Indy.
Yeah.
Are we live yet or no?
Yeah, I just went live on Twitch.
All right, do the intro. Let's kick this off.
Oh, hold on. I'm waiting for this waiting for all the signs to go through. So I gotta share a lot of the stuff first.
I'm not near the other computer, so I can't share it on Twitter just yet.
I'm not sharing on Twitter. I gotta go in through Facebook.
Well, no. I said I'm going to retweet it through. I'm going to put a tweet out on Facebook after. I mean, on Twitter after we're done.
Okay. Yeah.
I usually do. Did you see the video with the kid, the Undertaker kid?
No, I didn't get a chance to watch it.
Oh,
I've been.
it's like 10 seconds long, dude. It's so funny. I sent you the link to the Justin thing too.
I saw it. I'll.
We'll promote it during the show.
Yeah.
Ugh. So last week you had a 2-man crew. This week it's a 2-man crew.
Yeah. Okay. That is. Okay. Now it's live. Excellent. Okay, there's that.
Ugh.
That, okay. Okay, live. Because I had a little bit of a hiccup apparently with. Whoa! Okay. Where the fuck is that coming from?
It's not me.
No, it's Facebook. It's the Facebook.
It's live on the Facebook.
I heard it. I was like, where the fuck is that coming from?
Where the fuck is it coming from?
Oh shit. Okay. It's now. Okay, it's stable now. That's good.
Oh, Clerk. Well, I'll discuss it during the show. It's about Clerks 3.
Okay, share your story. Yes. Okay. Share to. No, share to a group. That's what I want to do. Share to a group. Damn it. Damn it!
Don't make me come out of retired, damn it.
Live, come follow. That's a real way. That's a real way to get people. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. That's the way to do it. Do it. Do it. Do it.
Do it. I
Do it.
sense your anger is growing.
Growing. Do it. You have the force there. The ultimate. Oh shit! Thank you. Oh,
Where is she on the Clydesdale scale?
I have the ultimate power. Oh god, that fucked my voice up.
You didn't get that joke I just did.
Mm.
Where is she on the Clydesdale scale?
Yeah, I heard it. I got you. Oh.
So who's winning the tag belts tonight? Dakota Io or Raquel and Aaliyah?
Wouldn't shock me if it's Raquel. Because then they can come back. Then Sasha and them can come back as heels. And then it actually would make sense if they lose.
What? Have Sasha and Naomi come back as shit-eating heels?
Yeah, as heels, and then they lose.
Oh. Well, we'll discuss it during the show. So.
Yep. So, all right, let me
Intro it, boy.
That's all set up. All right, let me hit record. Here, talk real quick.
Record.
Okay. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of From Real to Heel. Today's episode, it's not a lot of news, but we got wrestling, we got video games, and just a whole bunch of fun shit. With that being said, I am your host, Stephen Ronnie, and with me as always...
I have returned, the Zombie Master. I'm back on Monday.
Yes. He's back to it. Oh, Jesus.
Yes, after my mini vacation last week.
Ryan might be joining us. Who knows?
We'll send out the stunt cock signal. If he answers, he answers.
Yep. It wouldn't be towards the end of the show. We got picks for Clash at the Castle. And much, much more. Oh, boy.
Where do you want to start?
Well, that wasn't a soda I just cracked open.
Was that a Ronnie Weiser?
Pretty much. Yeah, let's get this shit out of the way. So, hey AEW fans, there's two things y'all need to shut the fuck up about.
What did they complain about now?
Well, one, y'all gotta think. Everyone's gotta stop thinking Will Ospreay is the next coming of Jesus.
He's good. Don't get me wrong. He's good.
He's good. But so, all right. So if you haven't found out, Will Ospreay, people are saying is one of the best of all time. You know, the whole. And
Wait a minute. Are they going against three jobbers? Those three lady jobbers?
Yeah, that makes no sense why they're... I almost thought that was Ellering for a second.
They're going against three lady...
But she's...
It looks like her, and I thought that was Zoe Stark, but it's not.
No.
So it's against three nameless chicks.
Yep. Oh, that was fast. That was a fast tag.
I guess these were all AEW Dark. I guess these are all AEW Dark.
Yeah.
That'll probably either be on AEW Dark tomorrow or Rampage on Friday.
They're in Pittsburgh. I'm surprised half of them aren't Pat Buck guys. Or ladies.
They very well could be. The blonde-haired girl looks familiar. I've seen her somewhere.
Yeah.
I can't think of where I've seen her, but I have seen her somewhere before. The other two I have no... But anyway, back to what you were saying about the AEW.
So, yeah. So, right now, there's a thing going around about Will Ospreay. Like, the fans are like, oh, Will Ospreay is the greatest of all time. Is the greatest ever. He's the best. And Kevin Nash comes out, and all he says is, how's his merch sales?
Leave it to Kevin to talk about the dollars.
Which then someone wrote, better than
He's not wrong.
Wait, no. What's better is what a fan wrote. It goes, better than any Diesel sales.
Oh, no, she did. Oh, no, they didn't.
Which then someone turned around that was part of like another company goes, y'all might want to look up the sales for the NWO shirts.
Buy the shirt.
No, because what made it worse is then the fan turned around and went, yeah, like Diesel was never in the NWO.
And you know what? You may or may not remember it. When Kevin, aka Diesel, turned babyface in 1994 or 5, it was. I can't remember when it was.
Yeah.
Big Daddy Cool
Yep.
arena with shirts. So Nash had incredible merch sales.
Yeah.
So that guy needs
Well, I'm not even
to
talking
check
about
himself
that.
before he wrecks.
But I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about these idiots saying, "Oh well, Diesel was never part of the NWO." Like, are you stupid? You do know it's the same person, right? Like, okay, then in that respect, Oz was never part of it.
Oh, not to cut you off. I think they just said KC Spinelli.
Really?
It's one of the names. I said, maybe I misheard it, but I could have heard somebody said Casey Spinelli was one of them jobbers.
Ah.
And I know I've heard that name before.
Yeah. But
did you see that butt shot when Oscar was on the ropes?
they
guys
literally
would pay good money for that.
Yeah, they literally just did this match to make fun of them.
More than likely.
By the way, they kind of gave away what Clash of the Castle is going to be.
How you figure?
Well, how are they going to do EO versus how are they going to give them the tag titles if they're in a triple threat match at
They could be the champ. It doesn't necessarily mean they have, because don't forget, before that match, before the finals were finally announced, after all the tag team turmoil that was involved in this, which we'll get into in a little bit, how it turned into a clusterfuck towards the end with, oh, this team got injured, replaced by this team who got injured, that team got injured, and it's like, really? Then Nikki Cross gets injured. I'm like, Jesus Christ. All this for a women's tag title. Half the roster's injured now.
Yeah, pretty much, right?
But as I was getting back to, it's like they announced the six person before they were even in the finals. So, and it's going to be, I mean, she's been back, but it'll be her in-ring return, first time in a ring in almost a year and a half.
No, she had a match with Aaliyah.
We're on SmackDown?
Yeah, on SmackDown.
Oh, I didn't watch it. Yeah, this Clash at the Castle's only got like, unless they add in
I don't know what the hell is going on with Skype.
between now and then.
Like, I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on with Skype.
Fine.
No, it's you. For some reason on your end, Skype is legitly, like, cutting you in and out. I don't know why.
Could it be the computer or no?
No, because I literally...
I doubt it.
I doubt it, because I legitly started my desktop the minute, like, I got up here.
Right.
Hold on a minute. All right, pause.
Pause.
Pause it. Let me pause it because I'm actually gonna shut down Skype and restart it. So give me one.
Oh, so you're gonna call me back or no?
Yeah, I'm gonna call you right back.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, technical difficulties. This is why we stop recording. Oh. Where are you, Skype? There you are. I wonder if there was any issues with Skype. Ah. Alright, try this again. Talk real quick.
Talk real quick.
All right, yeah, you're good right now. All right, and we are back.
Yeah.
Why does Kurt look like he's ready to compete?
Did they re-sign him?
I don't know. I thought it was a Legends deal. Why does Kurt look like he's ready to compete, though?
Kurt's looking a little...
Well,
I don't know.
I mean, the dude looks like... He's starting to look like Lex Luger.
Oh, that's fucked up.
I'm serious. He's starting to look Crypt Keeper-ish.
Oh, no. Oh, God. You'll see it in a minute.
Watch, John Cena comes out.
No.
His black son?
Shush!
Close. His adopted
one. Should have been his
the one that should have been his illegitimate child. So, all right.
Jordan,
So back.
no disrespect to Jason Jordan.
No. So, all right. So back to what I was saying before. So Will Ospreay did have a comment to this.
Okay.
Will Ospreay, how's his merch sales? Well, did you tear your quad while writing this tweet?
How long are they gonna fucking milk that?
Oh, we're all gonna. Did we all milk it? Come on.
I gotta change. You know, if I were to change, then who knows? Am I gonna blow my quad changing my position in my recliner? But I don't know. Well.
Wow, the comments on this are actually terrible about Kenny Omega. Kenny also commented on it, saying, "Justifiable putrid, good sir."
Sounds like something Kenny would say.
This is a comment that is on this. Mr. Omega should drop the racist Japanese act. Squinting his eyes down as he runs is absolutely racist. The only thing missing is the buck teeth and broken English of 90% of anti-Asian comedy in the 50s. He's a Western Canadian. Embrace your heritage.
Really? Wow.
This was posted 3 hours ago.
Yikes.
Sir, Kenny Omega is not a racist. You for writing that are a racist. Like, holy shit.
Yeah, I gotta agree. I can't disagree. That's a little fucked up, that tweet.
Like, I'm sorry, but Kenny Omega, Will Ospreay, good wrestlers, but what have they done other than, like, Omega's been in WWE, so he's actually been there. What has Ospreay...
He wasn't, I mean, technically was never in the E.
He was in the developmental.
Now, didn't Will Ospreay? He was a developmental, but he was never on the main roster. But no. Will Ospreay wasn't he part of the Cruiserweight Classic?
No. That you're thinking of.
I thought he was in the first one.
Sabre.
Oh yeah, okay. Zack Sabre Jr. was in there, and they wanted to sign him, but he said no.
Yeah, Jr. was in the. Was in there. But it gets to a point though where it's like, you know, as much as everyone's like, oh well, Kevin Nash needs to keep his mouth shut. Kevin Nash was doing this a lot longer than any of them, and even though he ran as a WWF heavyweight champion as Diesel. And it was one of the lowest, but also at the same time, it was one of the worst times to be a wrestler in the early 90s.
True.
Where it was all shitty gimmicks.
Yeah.
I mean, but at the same time, Hogan put him over.
Hogan put him and Hall over.
I mean, granted, Hogan also put over Billy Kidman, but I digress.
Was that the Viagra on the pole match?
No, he actually got pinned clean.
That was Shane Douglas, I think.
Yeah, he actually got pinned clean by Kidman in WCW.
I know they got Kurt Angle coming out this week. They got a mothballs for next week.
Oh God! Well, depends on where they are. I mean, you know, if
that's what I just said. Do you know where they are? Do you know?
No, they might still be in England. So worst case scenario, they might just dig back up Johnny Saint.
Well, technically Johnny Saint was the WWE NXT UK.
Oh yeah.
So technically, I mean, having him under contract, that's
not a worst idea ever, especially if you're.
They'll do a tribute.
Especially if you're in Wales.
Is Nigel McGuinness still with the company?
Yes.
Where's he been? He's great on commentary. I don't.
He was in UK.
Unless when they do any Europe, he's.
Yeah, that could be.
The comment. Nigel's a great commentator.
Yeah.
But what else is AEW fans bitching and complaining about?
Well, two things. So actually, this is quick WWE. So there's two guys that are looking to be re-signed by WWE.
Okay.
One we know is Braun Strowman.
Braun Snow.
AKA
Strong Broman.
AKA Ogre.
AKA Strong Broman.
Yes. Which, that's interesting to know, to see what happens with Create Your Narrative with that.
Might kill it
off. I mean, but at the same time, it might not, because EC3 is still going to run it.
Yeah, well, but I'm sorry, but if you lose Strong Broman, who else is going to, I'm sorry.
They lost Cross already.
Yeah, well, Cross is a big name. That's one. But then if you lose Strowman too, no disrespect to EC.
Yeah.
Disrespect to Derek.
Well,
he's not.
You had EC3.
Blake, not a mega legend.
Blake Christian is still there. Austin Aries is still there.
These are all names, but they're not names that are going to blow you away.
Well,
it's a glorified indie with some names on it.
That has television.
Which still nobody has seen yet.
Well, wait, though. Because of what just happened this weekend might change it. They ended up beating NWA last night and beat up, I believe they beat up Trevor Murdoch and they beat up Alden.
Not to cut you off, but you know who is starting to slowly remind me of?
Who?
Milhouse from The Simpsons.
Oh, he's always been. He's always given
a Milhouse vibe off of him.
Yeah, he's always given off that vibe to me.
Everything's coming up. Gable.
Should be a fucking t-shirt.
What, everything's coming up Gable?
Yeah.
We'll put it out.
Yeah, right.
The WWE. They'll have to pay us.
Yeah. But the other person that they're looking to come out, the comeback, and I'm happy about this, is Bronson Reed.
Which
I called.
You know what? When they released, has he officially received?
Well,
Signed yet or no?
the problem is though, is every time he ended up doing something, TNA is only working in 6-month contracts.
Well, because you know what it is? TNA, I think TNA now is being run a lot differently than the way TNA was being run
Right.
in its heyday.
Yes.
Because here's the thing, TNA doesn't anymore. They're running off of Twitch, which is fine.
Well, and Access, they still run off of Access.
They don't have millions and millions and millions of people who are on Spike. They don't have thing right now. Would you consider as who? Who would TNA's biggest star is right now?
TNA still has big stars. They still have EY. They still have Eric Young. They still have
Josh Alexander.
They still have PCO. They still have Mike Bennett. They still have all the ROH guys. Eddie Edwards, Sammy Callahan, Moose.
But, you know, as great and legend, and you and I being wrestling fans know those guys and have seen those guys on several occasions. But they're not at the they don't have the star power level of an AEW. You have that name that would you consider synonymous with the company.
Oh.
They just don't.
No. Here, I'm going to stop you right there. No, because the problem is because AEW fans are the smarks.
That's for damn sure.
They're the idiots that are like, oh, well, I only watch Japanese wrestling. I only care about this. Oh, really? Well, then where the fuck were you when AJ Styles was wrestling Jeff Hardy on Spike TV, or Jeff Hardy was wrestling Jeff Jarrett on FS1 and Six Sides of Steel? But I remember that shit.
So do I.
That was the first fucking episode.
Yes, it was.
Sabu being there. Granted, also, too, I'm sorry, Mick Foley coming out there was when it was going downhill.
Yeah.
Nobody gave a shit about TNA because Hulk Hogan killed it.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Hulk Hogan decided to play wrestling promoter, kiss Dixie Carter's ass. Dixie Carter is such a mark. Gee, like it sounds like another promoter that's running another wrestling company. And
right.
It took out everything that was good about TNA in the six-sided ring, the gimmick matches, just took them all out. Nobody cared.
Right.
And it just was like, oh no, it's like, you know, y'all can go fuck yourself. And it killed the company.
No, you're right. You're totally right.
And it took them till now where they kind of went, well, honestly, I'm sorry, Scott D'Amore saved TNA.
Oh, yeah.
And honestly, the next big guy that should be going to TNA when he gets out of his contract is good old Bobby Roode.
Which, I still want to know where the fuck he is.
Yeah, so, here you go. You want to know stars that are there right now? Alex Shelley is still a big name. Brian Myers.
Zack Ryder, Matt Cardona.
Chelsea Green.
Yeah.
Chris Sabin. Crazy Steve.
Who, didn't he have a WWE, like, wasn't he there for,
he had
for a minute?
For a minute, WWE, but Crazy Steve is a TNA lifer. Deonna Purrazzo, Eric Young, Eddie Edwards, Gail Kim, Heath Slater.
And the one thing that I know a lot of people would say, ex-WWE guys, and it's true. But
Here's the thing.
like you said,
When
a
I
lot of
first
TNA lifers.
when I first went to TNA, I started going in there because Macho Man Randy Savage was there, Jeff Jarrett was there, all WCW write-offs.
Yeah.
Guess what? I kept going back because of AJ Styles. I kept going back because of Petey Williams, Chris Sabin, Alex Shelley. Fucking Awesome Kong and Gail Kim tore the fucking house down every night. Team Canada.
Completely
Abyss. Like,
right, because
fucking Father James.
I remember those
good old
weekly
Father
pay-per-views.
Father James Mitchell, baby.
The what was it called?
Raven's
Disciples
House.
of the New Church.
Yeah, with
That-
CM Punk.
Julio De Niro. We're going against Raven when Raven they turned on Raven to join Mitchell.
Yeah.
And
Guess who else used to be in TNA? Sick Nick Mondo.
Yeah, for about a hot cup of coffee. Yeah.
So was Nakamura, and so was fucking Okada.
I know. I've seen a lot of that.
Oh,
And let's
you know who else was a TNA lifer?
not forget what
TJ Perkins.
Oh yeah, the former Suicide.
No, dude, I'm not even talking about Suicide. He was there as Puma when he was in CMLL in Triple A when they were doing the X Division Cup. TJP was there when he was 15 years old on television.
Oh, well. Yeah, to get his parents had to sign his working papers.
Dude, he lived in Mexico. What working papers?
Oh, that's fucked up.
Dude, Rey Mysterio was in fucking WWE at 17 or WCW at 17.
Don't forget, the loveliness that was the Vince Russo days in TNA.
Dude, Vince Russo never had an issue. There's only one person I had an issue in TNA back in the day. Was Ed Ferrara and Mark Madden.
Well, speaking of Vince Russo, I don't know how many people listening or listening on the replay are familiar with Wrestle Talk TV that does a live YouTube. Well, it does a YouTube thing, a news thing every day on YouTube.
Yep.
I watched today's episode, and Vince Russo made headlines this weekend. This news.
Yeah.
Claiming worked for USA Network, which is as a liaison, and he technically was WWE Monday Night Raw for the last 2 years.
Oh, so he was the reason why
Raw sucked the last 2 years.
I was gonna say, so you're the reason why it sucked.
That's exactly what he said. That's why, and Vince and Russo. I wouldn't be quick to brag that you were in charge of WWE, so supposedly the last 2 years.
Yeah.
Because correct me if I'm wrong, the ratings the last 2 years of Raw and SmackDown
we're under 7.7.
And here's the thing, and thankfully, if it weren't for, AEW and other companies, my love of wrestling may have. WWE was being booked and ran. It's pushed me away permanently.
Yeah.
But now that it's let me put it to you, let me say it. Let me set the record straight. I would never hate wrestling, but WWE was. I can't tell you the last time I'd watched an episode of SmackDown.
Yeah.
Actually broke down and watched SmackDown.
Well, SmackDown's actually been really good.
SmackDown's
been really good lately.
SmackDown and Raw have both been fantastic. And I'm starting to watch NXT again. Because I'm still not crazy about the Sesame Street colors, but that's neither here nor there. But NXT seems to be going back to what it was in the beginning with minus the black and gold.
It's always
the black and yellow.
It's always been that way, though. The gimmicks have always been in NXT.
But as going back to it, WWE rehired somebody this past weekend again. Oh, you didn't know?
Yeah, well,
I'm back in a job again.
Well, they fired Jeff Jarrett too. That was last week, actually. They did.
They did fire Jarrett. Why did they fire Jarrett?
They didn't give a reason.
Maybe he's gonna start Global Force again.
Oh God. So, all right. So I'm gonna. Here's the thing.
GFW, baby.
So I'm on TNA's website right now. I'm going to give you a name that you might not know is still wrestling.
Who's that?
Johnny Swinger.
Johnny Parisi in WWE, really?
Johnny Swinger from ECW is still in TNA.
Oh, good Lord. I thought that guy had, fallen off the map years ago.
Nope, he's still... Dude, he's in tremendous... Oh. Hold on, I have to send you this dude. He is in tremendous shape still.
You know what? I'm not disagreeing with you. You don't have... I mean, you can grade, but if not, it's not a big deal. I've seen pictures of him. Been at conventions.
Yeah.
That's not I'm his physical prowess, because he's always been a gym rat. Because it just shows his body never went through that, I'm not going to work out this week type of body log, you know?
Dude, I love it. His signature move,
but
the swinging neck breaker. I go, yep, he's an old school wrestler.
Oh, he's a disciple of the Honky Tonk Man, in other words.
Yep. He is an aging wrestler, that's for damn sure. Dude's gotta be in his 50s, don't you think?
Oh. But do you know who else has been showing back up? A name in years? Does the name Doug Basham ring any bells?
Oh God, but the Basham brothers.
He is. I don't know if it's. I think it's Doug, not Danny.
Okay, so I think Danny not coming back.
Not the guy. No, he's done. He's jacked as fuck. He is absolutely. I send it to you, maybe for next week or something tonight. But he was at he was at an indie show recently. I don't know if he wrestled or if he just did an appearance, but he looks jacked as fuck.
Steroids are a hell of a drug.
I remember him when he was with the. When I find, you know what? I'm going to see if I can find a picture, and I'm going to send it to you. But I haven't. He started. Chasing Shreve. I just saw it was re-signed by the Yankees.
Who was?
Just signed him. Chasing Shreve. Remember the guy the Mets released?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It just came across my my thing. Let's see, Doug Basham. Let's see if I can find a picture of him. Let's see if I can find a recent picture of him. Or maybe it was no.
There you go. There's Swinger.
Was Doug the Damage? Well, I'm not. I haven't pulled it up yet.
It's on Skype. I sent it to you on Skype.
I'm trying to find.
So other guys are still there.
Doug or Danny.
Kushida's now in Impact. Lady Frost is there. Really known, but she's known on the Northeast because.
Remember Lady Frost?
She's a Pac Buck girl.
She's been at WrestlePro shows.
No, she's trained. She was discovered by WrestlePro. Laredo Kid.
I know, but I said I've seen her at.
Yeah, be at the next show. Like you said, Cardona, Mia Yim, Moose, Mike Bennett, Speedball, Mike Bailey, PCO, Rhino.
I can't find that picture.
Dude, Rhino's still there.
Rhino is in his twilight of his career. I think he's going to be calling it a career soon.
Rosemary.
You know what? As much as I love Rosemary, and I've met her several times, she's an absolute sweetheart. When I see Rosemary, I think of one person who's no longer with us, and I think of Daphne.
Oh yeah.
Because she reminds me so much of Daphne. It's scary.
Yeah.
I think Daphne's daughter's getting involved in the business now.
Is she really?
I believe so. I've seen pictures of her recently. I think she's training.
But then you got in the final two. Honestly, you don't like them, but the Good Brothers and Taya Valkyrie.
No. I want to set the record straight. I don't hate Luke. Luke, I'm cool with. I've spoken to him a lot of time in indie shows. I've spoken to him on Facebook. He's a cool guy. I got nothing bad to say about him. It's his fucking partner that I want to hit in the face with a cinder block. Because he's the one who came out with all that fucking shit when Daphne died. You know, and I'm sorry. You know, he opened his mouth and he said some stupid ass things that he retracted. Still out there. That's why I don't like him. That's the only reason I don't like him, Anderson. I never said I hated both of them. I've never said a bad thing about Luke. He's cool as fuck. He's always. I just want to set the record straight. I don't hate them both. Just one.
See, yeah, I'm here. I'm just trying to think. What did he exactly say?
I don't remember, but he's like something about, because I think WWE had sent because she technically was under contract with WWE for a brief time. I think they sent her a wellness thing and said something about, I wouldn't, that company just mind fucks. I don't remember the exact words, but it basically, he basically something stupid about, like that too, if I work for that company again, or I forget exactly what it was, but he did come out and say something stupid. I remember. I don't exactly remember verbatim what he said, but he did say something, and it was right around the time of Daphne's passing. That's all I know. And when I heard it,
oh, dude, this is bullshit for why he was trending.
What was it?
So, so here's the thing. You might get it twisted. Yes, it was about something with Daphne, but it wasn't about Daphne. So Sean Ross Sapp put out a tweet saying, WWE sent out a message to talent today noting that if they provide counseling service if need of help. Machine Gun posted, they suck, bro. Being very vague. Meaning...
But it just seemed...
But right. It's very vague. Because is he talking about WWE sucking? Because this is after he got released. Or the councils that they're sending him to, is he trying to say that WWE sucks? Or is he trying to say that the councils that WWE provides suck?
But you know what it was? I think what the fact is, like I said, it came out around... It just happened to have come out, I think a day or two after Daphne, unfortunately, took her own life. But it just, you know what I think it is? It was rotten timing that he opened his mouth.
But nothing against, but here's the thing though, rotten timing or not, yeah, it's okay, it is what it is. But he did nothing to deserve what he got. He got canceled for a tweet that everyone took as, he's slamming Daphne.
But then, you know what? Here's the thing. He never came out and said it wasn't.
He's a heel! It was under his gimmick page!
Right. I understand that. And I understand where you're coming from when it comes to that. But if you're going to start getting cancel culture after you, and we all know how that is. We've seen it happen to I don't know how many different for a couple of years. cancel that person. It could in the matter of. But the only thing I think what it is a lot of people, not just me. It wasn't just me. There were a lot of people in the wrestling came out and said something against him like, dude, not cool. Because it just happened to coincide within hours of Daphne's. He put that tweet out. We don't know. Is it against WWE? We don't know. Is it against the therapists? We don't know.
But
it just seemed to be rotten timing on his part, and he got backlash from it.
But here's the thing, and you want to know why he didn't come out and readjust anything? If you're getting that press as a heel, because guess what? Even if he was canceled, he's still working.
I'm not. Look.
He did his. Yes, it was shitty timing. Yes, okay, I get it. But as a heel, he did his job and got attention on himself. We can debate if the attention was wrong or not. That's a whole different argument.
Right.
But did he get his eyes on him for people to come out and boo the living shit out of him? Yes. Because but it's so vague that you can't really jump. Looking back at it now, it's so vague that people jumped on him for what reason? Oh, well, he's coming after Daphne. I go, he never used Daphne's name. If he used Daphne, yeah.
But you know what it was? But it was, you see, the thing where I agree with what you're saying. I'm not disagreeing with you on that. But the fact is, his name was trending after it happened. But then it started to go trending because it was
one fan. Well, that's the thing. Because one fan looked at it and was like, "Oh, it's around this time. He must be talking about Daphne." And then
that's what I'm saying.
But
one
no
little.
But no one did. But no one did the research. But no one did the research. They jumped on him for no reason. Because guess what? We could talk about it now because of the fact that it did nothing. Oh, well, we're going to cancel Carl Anderson. Motherfucker, he's the fucking TNA Impact Tag Team Champions. They gave him a
title.
Have the
tag belts?
They still have the tag belts. Yes, they do. They still have the tag belts. So, did it really do anything?
But
I mean, granted, it's.
I get what you're saying. Look, and I mean, but the only thing is, it's like, look, I'm not saying go in there and like. I've never come out publicly and say, don't watch him. I've never said that. I just said I like. When it comes to suicide and stuff like that, it's a touchy subject for me because I've gone through it with friends. That's why it's a touchy subject with me. Suicide has always been a touchy subject. We're not going to go into that, but it's always been a touchy subject. The fact that she did it live on Instagram is even more sad, that people tried to track her down. And Foley sent out feelers to people. Please, let's find out where. Nobody knew where she was living. But then, like I said, for everything that came out, and then it just, like I said, it was all bad timing. That's all I'm saying. And I agree with what was, I disagree with it, and I'm not going to. It isn't great, grand, wonderful. Part of.
Yeah, but like I said, the one thing that we don't know. But like I said, the one thing we don't know about, and the one thing that will never be answered, is when was the tweet really, like, because it's like, oh, well, they're in need of help. I go, well, there's no answer on when that was all supposed to happen. And then Carl Anderson doubling down, being like, oh, you marks this. And like, he stuck to his guns, no pun intended. he stuck to his guns because he's a heel. Like, everyone's like, oh, well, he's a piece of shit. I go, yeah, he can be a piece of shit because if this was his actual Twitter and he posted this, I have a whole different feeling to it. And because of this being his actual, like,
his work
Twitter, I'm like, okay, yes, bad timing, bad taste in the mouth for everybody. Maybe not the best time to do it, but he did his job and he got everybody talking about him even for the worst reasons. Okay, you hate me. Come buy a ticket and come boo me.
But you know what? And this is one thing I want to make perfectly clear too. He said what he said. I don't agree with what he said. I don't agree about how he went about it. One thing I will have to say, he's got a First Amendment right to say what he wants.
Even that. He owned it.
First Amendment right to disagree. He owned it, but we have the right to disagree with him, and we have the right to say what we want about him. You see, that's what I'm thinking, to get it twisted about me and stuff like that. Do I dislike him? Immensely. Because I don't. Because it involves suicide, which, like I. But it's a touchy subject when it comes to me personally. But it's just that, it just, like I said, the bottom line is it was rotten timing for him to say it. That's the whole bottom line. I think that's why I have the bitter taste in my mouth about it the way I do. Is because it came out at the worst possible time for him to say it. If he had said it 6 months to a year after the fact, nobody would have cared. Not one single person would be thinking about it.
But guess what? You do it 6 months down the road, no one's talking about him, and then no one's going to buy a ticket for him. He did it, yes, bad timing, but he also did it at the perfect timing, if that makes sense. He did it at a bad timing for the topic and the person. He did it at the right timing as a heel. Could he have chose a better time to do it? Yes. But at the same time, as a heel, now guess what? You hate me? I'm at this city. Buy a ticket and come after me.
You see that?
It's Dudley. It's like the Dudley Boy 101 type fucking shit. Like,
all right, now here's the one subtle difference when it comes to the Dudleys. The Dudleys almost got themselves shot and stabbed on several occasions.
But who knows that Carl didn't want people to try to do that shit to him? To get a name out there, you have somebody try to fucking attack you, throw batteries at you. Like, it was a propaganda heel type bullshit. I hate making it sound like that, like he's using someone's suicide to do that, but it's like, I've seen worse people do that shit.
And you're completely right in that regard. But I just think, like I said, and then we got to move on because I want to get off the subject.
Yeah.
It's like, but I mean, we've gone over it over and over until we're all blue in the face. There's certain wrestlers that I don't like for different reasons. I'm not going to get into it, but that was the only one that I felt not a personal attack, because I didn't know Rosemary. Not Rosemary. Daphne. I met her once. She gave me a hug. She signed an autograph. She took a picture with me. Nothing but a sweetheart. But when it comes to other wrestlers, it is what it is. But let's move on from this subject. Let's move on.
Yeah, let's move on to...
Because we've worked...
Let's move on to good old CM Punk. So, all right. So, good old...
What do we got? What do we got on this?
CM Punk. Last Wednesday came out and cut a promo. on how, and we're gonna go back to this earlier, to where Hangman Page was not in the building, and so, okay, so elaborate this. CM Punk came out, cut a promo about, hey, Hangman, you want to come out and you can have your rematch right now if you come out here and get it.
Right.
And Hangman wasn't there. Punk then says, oh, that's not cowboy shit, that's coward shit.
Okay.
Here's a bit of advice. The apology has to be more than the disrespect.
Okay.
The reason for that is because in an interview, Hangman Page was asked, do you take advice from veterans?
Okay.
Hangman Page said no. And Punk took exception to that. He took it as a swipe at his ego.
But you know what? Here's the thing, and about Hangman. They've said this. Hangman has gone on the record saying this in the past. This should not be new news when it comes to Hangman Page.
But here's the question. This is what no one asks.
Right.
When he says the veterans, Hangman's been wrestling for 7 years, I think.
I'll tell you. Wait a minute. I'll pull it up.
He's been wrestling for a while. Let's just put it that way. But you want to say about how he's not getting advice from the veterans? Well, how do you know what he's talking about? Is he talking about the active wrestlers, the active veterans, like the CM Punks, the Kenny Omegas, the Young Bucks? Or is he talking about the actual legends like Dustin Runnels, Arn Anderson, Tully Blanchard? Because if he's not listening to them, that's a little bit different than not listening to someone like CM Punk.
He made his debut on March 21st, 2009.
So he's been wrestling for almost 12 years.
Over 10.
Ladies and gentlemen, Hangman Page is a veteran.
Because he started. Yes, he is.
Hangman Page is a veteran. So if he doesn't want to take advice from veterans, CM Punk, go stroke your own ego on AJ Lee. Yeah, I said what I said it that way for.
I'm not.
Sorry, I might get canceled if I could say that.
Hey, maybe that's why Punk wanted time off.
Yeah, right? Target practice.
He Mr. AJ.
But here's the thing.
Hey now.
Hey now.
When did this become the Howard Stern show?
Yeah, well, shocking, right? But here's the thing. Hangman's been wrestling for fucking 12 years. Hangman is a vet.
Yes, he is.
But, he doesn't want to take advice. Okay there, Punk. Let's talk about you not taking advice. I don't know if you did or didn't. I'm assuming you didn't because of how you are and how you talk a big game like that. Did you take any advice from Kevin Nash when you fucking slandered him on Monday Night Raw? Did you take any advice from Triple H? Take any advice from Shawn Michaels? I know for a fact you took shit from Paul Heyman because you're a Paul Heyman guy. Did you take any advice from Did you take any advice from the Undertaker?
Or John Cena. Or Randy.
Yeah, or Randy
Orton.
Like,
we could go on for hours. We could
right
hours with people he's.
Did you take any advice from Ray?
A little more
Did you take any advice from Chris Jericho?
Did he take any advice from Raven? Did he take advice away from Father Jim? I mean, like I said, the list goes on and on. But
I will tell you right now, the only person that I think actually took advice from him, that he actually took advice from, was Paul. Was Paulie.
Well, yeah.
That's it. I don't think he took advice from anybody else. Like, because there's how could you? It's like calling the pot kettle black.
The pot calling the kettle.
The pot calling the kettle black. You're telling Hangman Page that just because he came out and said he doesn't take advice from the vets, he was very vague about that. He didn't say who he didn't take advice from.
And it's like, for all we know, could be guys that he's talked to that we don't know who he talks to in his personal life.
Yeah.
We have no idea. He's never come out and said, I don't talk to this one. That are friends with guys in AEW and vice versa.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's
Call
not
John
like
Cena up one day and just.
Yeah, right.
I mean,
it's not like he
nobody
wasn't.
knows.
It wasn't like he was not tag teaming with
But
Kenny Omega for about 2 years.
They were the first AEW tag team champions.
Exactly.
But the whole fact of the matter is Punk. I was at a 2002 or 3. I forget what it was. I'd have to go back and rewatch it. But it was a Ring of Honor event. Was, get this, Josh Walters, remember him?
Yep, I remember Walters.
CM Punk, Christopher Daniels in a Fatal 4.
Okay.
Was the main. Everybody after the match, every single guy after that match, and people asked him to stop it. It just like, who gives a fuck? Go away. If Punk's not the center of his attention, he sometimes thinks, okay, got to take exception to it. And I never will, because I just think he thinks his shit don't stink. And if nobody's kissing his ass left, right, forwards, and backwards, he takes exception to it. Perfect example is by this.
Right.
He took exception to it.
Yeah.
Is. I hate to break it to him, but Punk, where would you be if you didn't have fans buying your shit?
Well,
left, right, forwards, and backwards. And I'm guilty of it. I was guilty of it. I bought some of it. Hell, you and I have a friend who dresses and emulates them.
Yeah. But I have one thing, too. CM Punk says that he's the voice of the voiceless. Okay, fine. You are. Okay, here's a great question. Who the fuck have you put over in AEW?
Nobody.
He put one person over. And it looks like he also kind of got shipped out at the same time. Where the fuck is MJF?
Who did he put over? Supposedly the rumors are he's coming back. That's the rumblings.
Oh, I hope he does.
But when I still think when his contract's up, he's coming to the East. Because he was a giant ass from them. At Triple H, Triple just to sign him. Because that was signing away. You know him, right?
Yeah.
Right.
It's just, well, it's always one of those things. It's like, oh, well, the disrespect has to be greater. You publicly humiliated a guy because he said he didn't want to take your advice. Oh my God, I'm so offended.
Who like the old song by a band called Gothic Slam? Who died made you God? True that.
No, you're absolutely right.
How was your MMA career, Punk? Hey, Punk, how was your MMA career? Oh, wait a minute. Oops.
Yeah, right.
Your MMA career was just as good as Brock Lesnar's football career.
I just saw the Undertaker. I just saw that Undertaker bit.
What, with the kid?
Yeah.
Tell me that's not cool.
Oh, that's great.
And he even had the voice down too. But anyway, no. It is what it is. Punk pick his battles and stuff like that because he's not gaining any fans by opening his mouth. And you're going to alienate what few fans you got left.
Yeah.
If there is any, that is.
I'm sorry, but when Bobby Lashley is having a thousand times better career right now, and he's being pushed to the moon than you, it just shows what actually people give a shit about.
And here's another thing, since you mentioned Bobby Lashley. Hey, Punk, how was Bobby's career?
Better than his. How was Batista's?
Enough said.
How was Batista's?
No, Batista's was pretty piss poor too.
He has more wins than Punk.
Yeah, that is true. I will not disagree with you on that.
He's got more wins than Punk.
That one, sir. I will not disagree with you on that, sir.
Listen, I love watching CM Punk wrestle. When he starts opening up his mouth and starts saying it like he said one thing correct. The wrestling business will be better when Vince McMahon is quote-unquote dead. He wasn't wrong about that.
And he was right on that.
Yeah, but that's it. One out of 3 ain't bad.
No, and he did say it was going to be taken over by his daughter and his idiot son-in-law. That point was right, too.
Who is now killing it. But
oh, yeah, totally killing it.
But everyone is like, oh, well, CM Punk is the best. The AEW marks are going fucking pissed. Are fucking, like, I'm gonna jizz. Oh, my God.
Did you see Lance Storm's tweet over the last couple of days?
No.
Wait, I'm going to pull that. I should be able to find. Lance Storm said something that I thought was absolutely brilliant.
About who?
Find it.
About who?
It was about AEW and WWE fans. Wait a minute. Let me pull it. See if I can find it. Storm. Let's see if it says anything. Lance Storm Twitter. Let's see if I can look at his tweets, even though I'm not signed on. He works for Impact now.
Yeah, as a booker.
Oh, makes sense.
I mean, come on. It's pretty much him and Jerry Lynn running the.
Let me see if I can find it. I'm just going through his Twitter page now. He said something. I just can't remember what the hell he said. But until I find it, why can't we all be fans of wrestling, period, or something?
I mean, it's the truth. Why is there
something along those?
Why do they do
lines?
I mean, let's face it. Lance Storm was was the driest of dry. He was the white bread of fucking wrestling. But he was one of the best things in wrestling. On a stick, he was white bread. In the ring, he couldn't do no wrong.
If I could be serious for a minute.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
oh, where the hell? Oh, I can't find it. But I mean, well, like I said, the gist of it was he's like, fans are going after WWE, and he's just like, everybody loves wrestling. Why can't we just love what we like and then call it a day? You know what I mean? And not so many words.
Oh, because you have to. Because there's only one dominant wrestling event. Oh my god. Yeah, guess what? No offense, everybody.
Look, I've come.
It's still WWE. Because in other news, hey, y'all want to go to SummerSlam or Survivor Series? Good luck, it's sold out in 2 days. The Boston Garden, or the TD Bank Garden in Boston,
It's the Boston fucking Garden.
has sold out Survivor Series in 2 fucking days. Oh, would you like to go to WrestleMania? Good fucking luck, and it sold 80% of its tickets in 2 days.
Yeah.
Triple H had to go and talk to SoFi Stadium.
You know,
Triple H had to go to SoFi Stadium and see if they can open up more seats. Fans are trusting Hunter.
and I've gone on this show thing, and I've come out and said it. Bucks. Do they do the same moves? Are they? You create a Young Bucks match in your mind by just going super kick, flip, 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 elbow kick, flip, flip, flip. I'm entertained by them.
Yeah, they are a crash.
By people
they are a car crash that you can't turn away from.
But then I turn around and I'm Seth Rollins, Nakamura, Becky Lynch and stuff like that. I have people from both AEW. I've never come out and said, if people say, oh, like this, you should like this, because I've had some people go, oh, you shouldn't like them, or you shouldn't like them. I like who I want to like, and if you don't like it, tough.
If some fan turns around and says, oh, you should not like this, then they are not a fan of the wrestling product that they are watching. They are literally watching it to spite another company.
Oh, yeah,
I've lived this on the indies, where I've gotten text from people that said I shouldn't go to this company because I was aligned with this company.
I mean, there's one wrestling company that's in our area that I'm not crazy about, and that's just because their owner's a piece of shit.
Brother.
But that's a different story.
Brother.
Yeah. Brother. But I've still gone to shows because if there's something interesting on the show, I'll go and see it.
But
because I support indie wrestling.
But here's the thing.
I always have.
The problem with mine was that it was it was in the same arena. And it had a lot to do with a certain promoter who was a fat individual.
Brother.
No, that was a fat individual.
Are you talking about my buddy who's passed away?
Yes.
Okay.
That pissed me off to no end because
what?
The guy that was calling me out for it was a friend, and he still works for that one promotion.
Right.
As an announcer.
What are you talking about?
Ring announcer.
Oh. Does he have a beer name? Does his last name have a beer named after it? Samuel Adams?
No, but he likes to things. He's very destructive.
Oh, okay, I think I know you.
Yeah, I kind of just gave it away. I kind of just gave it away.
Yeah, you destroyed that in one word. You just structured it in one word.
But
Anyway,
I caught a lot of
but-
shit because fuck it, I'll even say it. I got shit from PWS because I went to a new All Pro show because it was the anniversary show. I'm sorry, I can't go to any shows that I like. I got tweets from these guys being like, "Oh, why are you going to that show? You show loyalty to us. You show loyalty to us." I go, the last time I checked, I'm a fan. I'm not being paid to go to your shows. I'm paying to go to your shows.
You didn't get anything straight out of KM, did you?
No, surprisingly. Actually, is I posted something on Facebook when I got the message. And I got a message immediately after. Because I gave them shit.
From KM?
No. Actually, from D. Not my wife.
I know who you're talking about.
But I actually caught shit for that because,
and
you're a loyal PWS fan. I don't give a fuck. I'm a paying customer.
And you know what the kicker, and you know what I find funny about that situation?
That they went and worked for them 2 years later? John, you still there?
And nobody, lucky they didn't do this to. They're lucky they didn't say that to me, is because, do you know how many different companies I've gone to?
Oh yeah.
NWA, NWS, Ring of Honor, Jersey All Pro, fucking PC, what was it, Phoenix Championship Wrestling? I mean, it was Brothers Company.
Yeah, a Furious one.
Johnny Penny.
Like, but that's the thing.
But a Furious company.
But that's the problem. You get shit like that.
Nobody's
and
gonna.
If you were spending money, your own money, why would it matter where you go?
You know what? I look at it this way. If you're going to an indie show and you're supporting an indie company, who the fuck cares what company you're supporting? You're still supporting indie wrestling and indie wrestlers. That's the bottom line.
Right.
Am I right or am I wrong?
No, you're right.
And if Ryan were here, it's like, I'm sure Ryan's got his own deal down in down where he is. But he's gotten to other wrestling companies. This is why I wish you were here for this one. I've gone to other wrestling companies, and I'm sure he's gone to other wrestling companies. And they don't give him shit for going to other companies. Oh, wait a minute. Who's up in the rafters? Ah, there he is. Look at Miz.
Yeah.
I think it's like blah, blah, blah. Blah, 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 blah.
He's out of jail.
Now they're turning Miz into kind of like a pussy, though.
No, but the question is what happened to him? The question is now, what happened to him when fucking Shaw kidnapped him? That's the question we're waiting for. That's the answer we're waiting for now.
But you know what's good? And I got to say this. What's good about booking like this, The Miz is going to take another guy and building him up.
Oh, yeah.
He's character building. He's story building, which is what WWE was missing for a while.
Yep.
And they're getting back to it, which is why I'm getting intrigued by it again. Because now, like you said, we're waiting to find out what happened to Miz. What happened to him when he got kidnapped? What did he do to him? What did Dexter do to him?
Yeah, I was gonna say, how the fuck did they find him on NXT on Tuesday? Like, they fucking arrested him. Like, what the fuck?
You know, it's just like, I don't know. But it's beautiful. Doing the crybaby gimmick, which is good, but no.
The Miz should not be a tough heel.
Chris Candido.
The Miz should not be a tough heel. Whoa! Whoa! We got breaking news.
Wow.
Velveteen Dream will not be coming to WWE anytime soon.
Why?
He has been arrested in Orlando, Florida on August 26th for drug paraphernalia charges.
Oopsie.
Possession of drug paraphernalia. According to the report, which is pending as of this writing, no other charges have been released.
Look at that, just do it with Kurt.
Yeah, he flipped him back over.
No, but he wrote stuff. Sorry, I shaved your head bald.
He went back to the old ways. So did you notice that what he did the first time? He flipped it over
he turned it around.
because he did this before to him.
But
God damn.
But you still suck. See, this is the kind of Edge shit I miss.
So, yeah, Velveteen Dream will not be coming to the E anytime soon. While Ray is right behind him.
Dominic Guerrero, but no, you know what? He was one of the.
He just flipped it over.
He finally. Well, you're
funny. Yeah, just funny.
But no, it's like Velveteen Dream. You know what? He had his 15 minutes of fame. That's it. He's officially done.
Yeah, he needs to stay away.
And give him a. What's that?
He needs to stay away.
Oh, definitely. Oh, I'm in total agreement with you on that one. I will not disagree with you in any stretch of the means. But, so what else we got? Anything?
FTR got pulled from the AEW video game.
Yeah, I saw that. I heard that this morning, too. I wonder if that means they're going to want out.
I don't know, because they give no reason why they pulled them.
But it's like, why would you pull one of your most dominating tag teams from the game?
I wonder, you know what? It could also be the fact that, like, New Japan and shit like that, because they have all those other titles.
But here's my question to you. Riddle me this. It's like they said they're being completely they're not even going to be a DLC pack
that we know of.
They've just been eliminated from the game, period. Well, they didn't say because I think if they said don't worry, you'll be a DLC pack, they just said you're not part of the video game.
Right, yeah.
Which is kind of like saying, giving them the big middle finger, going, fuck you, we're done with you. Almost in a set. They're kind of, AEW is kind of doing to them towards the end. Turning them into a joke and basically making a mockery of them. Because that's what WWE did. When they did the whole shaving the back and you know, the whole Uso stuff with them and turning them into a comedy act. But if you notice, that was under a different watch.
Now there's things saying that they're not upset about being not in the game. Which, yeah.
They can come out and say it, but I still think down... But it is what it is. So what else we got?
That's it for AEW, pretty much. WWE, not a lot of news for WWE. Impact, we did everything for that. Let me see if there's any indie news.
There was a rumor that a certain Fiend might show up to Clash at the Castle this weekend. Because there's been speculation that he's been re-signed. I don't know how true it is.
I've seen stuff that he's been re-signed for like 5 years.
Well, I saw it a lot this past couple of days. It's been all over Twitter and Facebook.
GCW's doing their own war games.
Who's doing their own war games?
GCW.
Ah,
Which just means one thing. Oh, we're doing that. Okay, so you're doing a 2-ring version of Cage of Death. Congratulations, you're still a CZW ripoff.
ha! You're not wrong.
And fuck you, Brett Lauderdale. I don't give a shit if I got heat with you. Fuck you, you piece of shit.
How do you really feel?
Oh, that's me putting it lightly. No, I can. God. I'm sorry, Brett bought out Danny DeMonto, and they sold out GCW for where it was, and it actually was a good spot. Then they moved it to there, and now they want to keep moving it to all these places. Oh, well, that's great, but you still should stick to your Atlantic City roots if you're going to stay in AC.
Right.
The fact that, oh, we're going to Japan to make that, I go, you guys are spending more money than what's coming in.
Yeah, they're spending more than what you got, right?
Yeah. Moxley's probably dropping the title soon in GCW because they're doing a title versus career match.
Right.
I don't think Nick Gage is going to retire. Oh, that's something I want to talk about. So, WWE looks like they are not actually going to be switching over to TV 14 anytime soon.
Right.
Which, it's funny because everyone's like, oh, it was just a way to ploy them to get to there. I go, no. Do you people not understand that the Attitude Era was not PG? Or not 14, it was PG. Well, no. The fact that it was not a PG product, but it was not TV 14.
It wasn't even rated back then.
No, it was. It was rated because TV 14 happened after.
Was it really?
TV 14 happened after 9 o'clock. But here's the kicker.
Yeah.
It was never Raw's War, people.
It was the War Zone.
Yeah, different. It was supposed to be a different company. It was supposed to still be WWE, but it was supposed to be a completely different show. But what people do not understand is just because a company is running it under PG doesn't mean you can't have edgier fucking content. You just won't see blood, you won't see bra and panties, but guess what? You think the Sam Shaw gimmick would have really passed in the PG era? The Vince McMahon PG era?
Yeah, you wouldn't be seeing shit with the whole kidnapping angle and all that shit. Yeah,
the car crashing, shit catching on fire.
That wouldn't play well. Well, supposedly, like I said, I had heard it on Wrestle Talk, apparently. Because they discussed that too, and they're like, Triple H and Stephanie really don't want to piss off Mattel.
No, but guess what? You hire better writers, which they have clearly been. You let the wrestlers actually wrestle, which they've clearly been, and you let the wrestlers build their characters, which they've been doing.
You're right, completely right, 1,000%.
And guess what? The show's a must fucking watch now.
I actually, like I said, I break down and I watch. Well, I have Raw in the background when we do the show, and on Fridays, if I'm home or if I'm available, I watch SmackDown. I'll turn it on because I want to see if someone's going to show up because we never know.
Oh, that sign! Holy shit! There's a sign in the back that says Sami Zayn is the redheaded stepchild of the bloodline. Wow! That's woo! I'm surprised they didn't take that sign away.
It's edgy.
You see it, right? It's dead center in the fucking. It's dead center on the hard
I
cam.
haven't seen it. I didn't see it. Well, when they go back to the crowd, I'll see if it's still there. I didn't see it. But supposedly this is a build up to hopefully a bit babyface turn for Sam.
Yeah.
That's supposedly what the rumor is.
I mean, also too,
he's gonna turn back baby.
Also too, you changed Kevin Owens' gimmick back to the prize fighter.
Oh damn! Did you show a picture of Drew's back? Where do you see that picture?
I saw it.
That's that's bad.
Yeah. But like.
Fake people.
Yeah, right. But that's the thing. Everyone's like, oh well, this is a thing. Like it's not the right. Like you're seeing stuff that's must see. WWE is it's the PG. The PG is what.
Oh,
no.
I see the sign. I see the sign.
Yeah.
That's a.
How'd he bring that one in?
No, that was a guy dressed as a Macho Man. He's dressed up as a Macho Man. He's a redheaded stepchild of the bloodline. He looks like the Macho Man with the purple. Yeah. He looks like Black Machismo.
That is a nice little hot take sign right there.
He's got another one he's about to hold. He just changed signs.
I see it.
Oh, I can't see what it says though.
When
I say uncle.
No, when I say oos, you say oh.
Oh, is that what it says? Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, no. When I say oos, you say no.
Oos, no.
But like again, it's certain things. I'm watching stuff and it's like, oh well, it's the PG era that killed. No, Vince McMahon. I'm gonna say this flat out. The only reason Vince McMahon didn't go edgier had everything to do with the fact that Linda was running for fucking office.
Yep, she was doing political shit and he didn't want things to look bad on her.
And then when she went into work with Donald Trump, he had to keep it. Because she was still in politics. Now she's out of politics. And Vince could have made things a little more spicier. But he thought that it was not profitable. And then Hunter made NXT, saw that, and then Vince saw that was profiting, and then took over that, and then now obviously, we have what we have now.
I'll tell you, this wrestling product over big time.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, it's not, I mean, I'm almost a fan again. Well, I'm still a fan, but my love for it is being what's the word?
Reincarnated.
Reinvigorated.
Yeah. There's the prize fighter.
Yeah, KO, baby. Well, it's like just Kevin Owens basically destroying, and I think we've seen the last of him until they repackage him as something else. If they even repackage him, that is.
Who? Kevin?
No, Elias.
Oh yeah.
He's all but done.
Ezekiel.
I'm sorry, that character was Ezekiel, Elias, Grandpa. What was the Grandpa EJ or something? Or...
Yeah.
That whole picture, that whole family picture. God.
Freaking great.
But so I have the card up for Clash of the Castle or whatever it is.
Yeah,
unless we have anything else.
No, I got nothing else. I got nothing else, so we can go.
We could do this, and we'll probably get ready to bring it into the station because I got nothing else.
Yeah,
I do want to promote.
Yeah, we'll promote it.
We will promote some at the end. All right, we got Edge Mysterio with Dominic versus the Judgment. That was just added.
It's gonna be. It's gotta be Edge.
I'm gonna say the Judgment Day because I think this is where we finally get Dominic doing a heel turn.
Yeah, that's true. We can get Dominic's heel turn.
I mean, because of the fact that Rhea took the thing. I mean, he didn't even fight it. I think he's gonna be like Rhea's little bitch now. I think that's where they're heading in that direction. But
Dominic comes out in a gimp outfit next week.
Wouldn't shock me. That's it.
Bring out the gimp. Bring out the gimp. I don't think people will understand that joke.
For Sheamus. I get it.
I know you do. I don't think people would people really gonna understand that joke though.
What? Bring out the gimp?
Yeah, bring out the gimp.
It's fiction, people. Do your movie research.
Yeah, right.
But then we got Gunther for Sheamus.
It's gotta be.
You know, for.
I think Sheamus.
For the Intercontinental. I'm gonna go Gunther. Then we got Riddle and Rollins.
Riddle.
I'm gonna take Rollins in that one. Then we got Bianca, Alexa, and Asuka versus Bayley, Dakota, and Sky.
Champ's going over.
This one we don't know. I think it's going to be Bayley's team because the simple reason is they got to build them up.
Well, you were saying about how they're not
with the tag titles after.
No, because I bet you that that Aaliyah and Aaliyah and what's her name win the tag titles, Sasha, and then you're gonna get Sasha Banks and Naomi at Clash of the Castle.
Oh, okay.
That's why I'm like, that's why I think you're gonna get that.
Yeah, and then we got Liv versus Shayna Baszler, which
Liv.
I'm finally glad to see. I'm glad to see Shayna's getting some more airtime again. She's good. I like Shayna.
Liv wins by DQ with fuckery from Ronda, and then we get Ronda and Shayna being a tag team, so we're gonna get the 4 Horsewomen probably back.
Well, Maria, what's her name? Shafir's with AEW.
No, but I'm saying them as a tag team. You're gonna start seeing them as a tag team.
But I don't know what her status is with them.
Well, you don't have to get the
Jessamine
4.
Duke is not involved with anybody.
You're not gonna get the 4 Horsewomen. You're just gonna get those 2 as a tag team.
And you know what sucks is because I was starting to become a fan of Jessamine before they released her.
Yeah.
But, well, you never say never, but especially during the Trips era, you never event for the titles.
Say that again?
We see him lose both titles. Roman and Drew for the titles.
Unfortunately, I think Cross eats the pin.
Cross isn't in the match.
It's a triple threat match, isn't it?
No, as of right now, it's Roman versus Drew. That's all it says. That's what it says on the Wikipedia page, unless it changes.
I thought it was a triple threat match. No. Roman's not gonna lose the titles.
But do we see a return
of the Fiend?
Do you see a possible Fiend return?
I don't know. Maybe.
Never say never.
Maybe not. I was gonna say when they're gonna do it, I don't know. But who the hell? We're gonna probably see it, but just when is the question.
And I think what's going to happen is it's going to take a mundane pay-per-view and make it great by having somebody big like Bray Wyatt return.
Yeah.
Because I'm sorry, this pay-per-view is like the NWA's old Clash of the Champions.
It's Tuesday in Texas.
Pay-per-view that they really kind of Texas. It's a pay-per-view that nobody really gives two shits about. No disrespect to it. Having him come back at it will elevate it to another level. That's where I think if Hunter is smart, that's what he'll do. But with the Hunter era, we don't know what the hell's going to happen.
That's a good thing.
And that's why I think that's the good thing. That's what I love about it. It's because I never know on Raw or SmackDown who's going to return, who's going to turn, who's going to do this, who's going to. It's making it exciting.
That's interesting.
It's giving you that, oh shit.
I don't know if they're going to do this right now. So right now, October, they have an unannounced pay-per-view right now.
Okay.
October is supposed to be Crown Jewel.
Are they actually going to axe that now?
See, I don't know. That's the good question. Because it says it's October, Crown Jewel, unannounced. In Saudi.
Are they still going to do it, though?
That's a good question.
Because usually they'll start talking about that around this time. Well, you know what's going to be interesting? After whatever that Colossal Castle or whatever the hell it's called.
Yeah, Clash of the Castle.
On Monday. You can't even say it right. But Monday, we're going to start. If there's going to be another Saudi show, they're going to start talking about it. Hell, they might even talk about it at the castle.
Yeah, they'll announce it, because if that's the case, then I don't know. Like, I really don't know what the fuck we're going to get.
If they do another Saudi Fiend debuting at a Saudi show, I just don't see it.
No.
There would be no point for it. That's what I think is going to happen. Is if it's going to happen,
Okay, here we go.
No clue as to when it will happen.
Here we go. So they're going to say now, October 8th, if this is legit. We got, so September 3rd is Clash. September 4th is World Collide.
Right.
October 8th is going to be Extreme Rules in Philly. Of course, you do the hardcore show in Philly.
Are you serious? The Undertaker's going to do... He's going to do a speaking? One dead man shows.
Oh, yeah, he's been doing those solo shows.
He's doing... No, well, that's the first time I've ever seen it. It'd be interesting. Okay, I'm sorry.
Crown Jewel is going to be November 5th if that actually happens. And then November 26th is Survivor Series. So it looks like they'll do Crown Jewel as if they're going to do it as a blow-off.
Yeah.
Because October 8th is the October pay-per-view, and that would be Extreme Rules.
Here's a question. Riddle me this
Philly.
question.
In fucking Philly.
What, Extreme Rules?
Yep.
Gee, I wonder who's going to help book that one.
Oh, yeah, Paul.
Wink, wink.
Paul. Levesque and Paul Heyman.
Paul
L and Paul L and Paul
But here's...
E.
Oh, God. Let me get my point out, bitch. The fact is, now that Vince is stepped down,
Yeah.
Vince is retired. Does he still have? There's still because the deal was made with.
Well, if
Right?
they
Was it made with Vince or WWE?
it was made with WWE,
Okay.
but Hunter probably has every right to terminate the contract It just he would have to pay back the money that they owe, and I believe they've been there 5 shows. This would be the 6th. So technically, if they don't go to this, it would be them paying back $50 million.
But what they could do, I mean, that's basically saying we're this is a different regime. We're not going to do what what the old regime. We're not honoring.
Well,
Well,
the other question
because
is,
I've seen a couple of those.
Yeah, they're terrible. The question is though, what legend are you going to dig the fuck up?
But here's the thing, and this is why I kind of like the new Paul Levesque era of wrestling, is because he doesn't need. I mean, sure, he brought out like that, but not. Vince would have made Goldberg. You're not going to see anymore. We're not seeing Goldberg anymore.
Right.
And I have to say, thankfully, I'm good with that. We don't need to dig up these old legends to have one match in Saudi.
Even if it is for $30 million a year.
Wait a minute.
Hello, Ryan.
Motherfuckers.
What
The
up?
signal has been sent. He has answered the signal.
All right, so where are we at tonight, fellas?
All right, you know what? We just went over the castle thing. I'll go over the matches. Give me your predictions, all right?
All right.
We got Edge and Mysterio versus the Judgment Day. Who do you got?
Edge and Mysterio. It's the only way the feud can continue.
But do we see a heel? Night.
No.
Okay.
You're not going to get a heel turn from Dominic. You're going to get a splitting of the tag team, but you're not going to get Dominic in the Judgment Day. That's not happening.
Okay. Gunther versus Sheamus for the IC title.
I don't give a fuck. That's going to be a knockdown, drag out, fucking slobber-knocker.
Okay. Then we got Riddle and Rollins. Okay. Bianca
Rollins
What's that?
Rollins is making Riddle.
Of course. Bailey, Dakota, and I.
Bianca, you put the champion over.
Yep.
Shayna, it's her time.
Okay. And then Roman and Drew.
I think Drew's going to take it, being that they're over in the UK. But they might throw some curveball. Let's smosh up at the end. That way they can go back to that Roman and Brock Lesnar. I'm sorry, dude. Roman and Brock is money.
I swear to God, I thought it was going to be a triple threat match.
So did I mean, it might be. You got to remember, nothing we see about these cards is set in stone. Everything is card subject to change.
Right.
Well, as of right now, it's still a one-on-one.
And it'll probably stay that way unless they're going to change it the night of the event. It's a Adam Pearce toss in.
Do we see a Fiend return this weekend?
I don't think so. I think that the Fiend will debut in the United States, not in the UK.
Well, I brought this point up to Ronnie, and I want to bring this point up to you. I want to see what you're thinking of it. I don't want to say a throwaway, but it's kind of it's not a major earth like him debut at this thing, so go on and talk about it.
Why debut him on a show that half of your fan base isn't going to catch?
True.
Well, now that I found out where the October show is...
It's like saying, why don't we wait and debut... Nobody's going to care.
Which ain't happening. It ain't gonna. It never would happen in Saudi. Because that's what when you came in, that's what we were discussing. We were discussing Triple H is gonna back out of the Saudi.
He can't back out of the Saudi
He would have to pay back the money.
legally binding document for 10.
Well, he would have to pay back the money unless
They'd have to.
which would be 50. Which would be they would have to pay back 50 million.
Which I'm sure they have in the coffers.
Yeah. So
Probably.
Yeah, but there's a little-known clause in that contract that people don't know about.
What?
True.
That clause says that if Vince McMahon decides to sell in the 10 years that contract is active, a Saudi prince gets first rejections. Which is why Vince didn't sell the company. He retired and handed it over to his daughter. Because if they sold it, WWE would have become a Saudi-run enterprise.
So here's the upcoming pay-per-views. You got Clash coming up this week. You got Worlds Collide on the 4th. You have
Worlds.
Yep, NXT UK versus NXT.
I like it.
They're merging all the titles.
Yeah. Braun and Tyler Bate for the
Yeah, we
NXT
can
UK
actually.
titles.
I can run down that. I'll pull up that in about 2 seconds. October 8th, and here's probably where Bray fucking returns. Extreme Rules
That would be where I see Bray returning.
in Philly,
And it's in October?
and it's it's
Perfect.
October.
Welcome back to the horror show at Extreme.
Yep, and especially
Cool.
isn't this where he got burned alive?
It
I
is.
No.
So you can have a little fun with that. November 5th is supposed to be Crown Jewel. Still a TBD on where or like the venue and shit like that. So who knows? And then the 25th is Survivor Series, or sorry, 26th of November.
Is there a December pay-per-view or no?
As of right now, no.
Does that change?
No, it sets up for day one. Because they're doing two
Okay.
in January. They got day one and then the Rumble.
I mean, I don't mind the day one pay-per-view. I kind of think it's a cool idea to run it
No,
on first.
and they're doing it in Georgia, which by the way, guess what? Guess what's going on in Georgia that same fucking day?
What?
In the morning is the Sugar Bowl.
Oh, nice.
So
Oh, there you go.
college football runs till 3:00 in the Georgia Dome, and then right across the street is day one. Maybe you get a couple stragglers coming out of the NCAA games.
Day of ticket sales, baby.
Yep. Listen, it's not a terrible idea,
No,
but
not at all.
would not surprise me. So here's
What
a
wouldn't?
no. If we start seeing this stuff for day one, so here's a fun question: who do you think right now is the most active member of the most pay-per-view matches besides Randy? We know Randy's there, but he's taking a break. Who's the next on the list? Do you think?
John Cena.
No, because he's technically not active.
Of an is currently active.
Currently
guy?
active.
I'm gonna say Seth Rollins.
No, not even on the list.
Okay.
Who
is it?
It's Edge.
Really?
Then The Miz.
Okay.
So right now, so here's the list. Number 10, Kofi Kingston with 120 pay-per-view matches.
Okay.
A lot of fucking matches.
Yeah.
Wait, is that legit? I don't know how legit that is. Was Kofi's last pay-per-view match WrestleMania?
I believe so.
38?
I believe that was his last pay-per-view match.
Because then he was hurt for a while too.
That's true, too. The Miz with 126 is 9.
Mm-hmm.
8 is Edge with 140.
Oh, wow.
The Big Show
Wow.
with 142. Dude, his last pay-per-view match was SummerSlam 2017.
Holy Christ.
The Big
Oh,
Show.
Lord.
Jericho with 144. So Jericho is in between each other.
Right.
His last pay-per-view, the Greatest Royal Rumble.
Oh, God.
Number
Titus
5.
World Slide.
Yep, number 5 with
He's
163.
actually there tonight, too.
John Cena. John Cena's number 5.
Yep.
Next,
Not
173
bad at all.
is Triple H.
I can believe that one.
That seems low.
With 173. The last time he had a pay-per-view match was Super Showdown in 2019.
Is that where he
Nice.
got hurt again?
Yeah,
That was that shitty match between him and
Shawn and
Undertaker.
Taker and Kane, yeah. Speaking
Yeah, with
of, with 174, one
With the
more
bald Shawn Michaels.
with one more over Triple H's ego, The Undertaker.
Not surprised by that one.
Nope. Number 2, 2 above his brother, Kane. And number 1 with 181, Randall Keith Orton.
Arcade. Ooh.
So he is the top of that since from so yeah. So Backlash last match Randy was in was WrestleMania Backlash.
Do we see Randy come back at the Rumble?
Depends. That's interesting. All right, here's a little trivia question for you. Name the 2 wrestlers that debuted on their first pay-per-view matches together.
The Dicks.
No, it was singles.
Gemini.
Singles competitors. They both had their first pay-per-view matches on this show. I will tell you the show. SummerSlam 90. No, hold on. SummerSlam 95 is the show.
Smoky Guns?
No, not as a tag team. Singles.
I'm trying to remember SummerSlam.
One team.
I don't know, but I know that I'm not incorrect about the debut of The Undertaker and the debut of the Gobbledygooker being on the same show.
Yes, you're right about that. That was Survivor Series 1990.
Yeah. So, I mean, there's technically more than one correct answer here.
The Gobbledygooker is not on the top 10 pay-per-view. These two are both on the top 10 pay-per-view matches, and they debuted at the exact same time.
In 95?
In 95.
I just pulled the card up. I
Hold-
gotta look. 'Cause this is...
Holy fuck, Glitter Boy! What the fuck, Ciampa? Ciampa looks like he just came out of a strip club.
He did.
Let's see. Hakushi? Was Hakushi one of them?
Nope. I just literally listed the top 10.
Wait a minute. Kane?
Huh?
Yes.
Isaac Yankem?
Yes.
Who else was the other one? I'm trying to look into the... Not Barry Horowitz.
No.
You don't say one cross word about Mr. Horowitz.
Oh, no, never. Not after he practically fought in our lap.
You're gonna laugh your ass off when I fucking say it.
Bob Holly?
No.
1, 2, 3 Kid.
No. He's not part of the top 10. It's fucking Hunter. I literally said he's part of the top 10 pay-per-view that I just listed off.
That was Hunter's debut?
Yes. As Triple H.
Okay, well, I didn't see that. I was completely not even thinking about that one.
I was going to say Triple H, but I thought since you'd already said him, he was persona non grata.
No, they debuted the same time. They are both part of the top 10 matches, most pay-per-view matches. So Kane and Hunter.
Okay, that's
Okay.
cool, man.
That's
Fair enough.
That's freaking crazy that they both debuted in '95. They both had their first pay-per-view matches because technically Kane didn't have a match when he debuted. He ripped the fucking door off of a Hell in a Cell.
And beat up Shawn Michaels.
Yep.
And,
No.
and Taker.
He beat up everybody.
Yeah. Is he dead? Are you dead there, Mick? Choke slam me, Undertaker. Choke slam.
We're still alive.
Yeah, he's
Now,
still breathing. Choke slam me.
Did we talk about
Yes, we talked about Punk.
the whiner in the room? Okay.
We talked about Punk. We
Okay.
talked about we actually talked about TNA. We talked about what else we talk about? How they actually broke news while we were on. Velveteen Dream got arrested for drug paraphernalia.
Velveteen Dream, huh?
Yep, so he's
Oh,
gone.
how the mighty have.
We
What
talked.
kind of drug paraphernalia?
Doesn't say. We actually talked about Punk not getting
It
any.
doesn't
Punk not taking any information from Diesel that I talked to you about today.
And now he's like, I don't know what's wrong with my injured foot.
Oh yeah, we talked about Kevin Nash and Will Ospreay.
What I missed there?
So apparently, when Kevin Nash is opening up his weed dispensary.
Yes.
So Will Ospreay started putting tweets out, yada yada yada, and someone wrote, "Will Ospreay is the greatest wrestler in the world." Kevin Nash responds back to the person, says, "By the way, how is his merch sales?" Because, you know, Kevin being a business guy.
Right.
And someone said, yeah, he's selling more shirts than Diesel ever did.
Yeah.
Wrong, sir.
And then someone wrote, hey, dude, you might want to go and check all of his NWO shirts.
Yeah, but the NWO was not an individual wrestler.
No, but then someone wrote, I don't ever remember Diesel being part of the NWO.
I don't remember Diesel being part of the NWO. I remember Kevin Nash being part of the NWO.
What's the
But Diesel
difference?
is not Kevin Nash.
But Diesel also was not part of the but Diesel was also never part of WWE. Or sorry, WCW.
No.
So technically, how can you say that? Because Diesel's merch sales were all WWF. It's a little different with Will Ospreay's merch sales because Will Ospreay's getting merch sales from, you know, Teesprings, or not Teesprings, getting them off of like ProWrestlingTees.com.
Right, but let's be honest. Kevin Nash did not carry NWO merch sales.
Nope.
If we look back at what sold better, NWO shirts or Kevin Nash shirts, I find out that an individual wrestler did.
Right.
Hell, Outsiders shirts
Yeah.
had a higher sales margin than Kevin Nash shirts. Because,
Right.
honest, the only thing Kevin Nash has been any good at in his career is wearing his quads and powerbombing people.
Which
We
then
made that joke before.
Which then Will
Somebody
Ospreay, Will Ospreay actually wrote back saying, "Did you tear your quad right in this tweet?"
Yes, he did.
But then here's the thing. I brought this up. When Kevin turned babyface in WWF from to being Big Daddy Cool Diesel, how many people had the Diesel shirts and the black gloves?
How many people have the EST hair extension? It don't mean shit.
But he still had T-shirt stuff solo.
And if we're going to be 100, merch sales didn't touch Austin merch sales.
Nobody. Please.
I'm gonna say no one did.
Between 2000, if Kevin Nash wants to crunch numbers and be a businessman, how much money but Kevin Nash merchandise make between 2000 and 2001? Because the two highest paid sports entertainers at 13 million after taxes is The Rock at 10 after taxes. Where's Kevin Nash? Probably scraping by at about $2,500 a check.
Out of WCW, tail end of WCW? No. Because remember, anybody that came into WCW that was getting paid more than Kevin Nash, they had to match. Kevin Nash's contract said they had to match it.
It was a bump.
That was the one thing
right,
that Kevin
but your bump up in your contract has nothing to do with merchandise royalties.
No, but he didn't really care about merchandise royalties because he had his contract on the back end that was taking care of any of that. If he was just strictly going off of that, like Goldberg's merch sales were the best in I mean, let's face it. Goldberg's merch sales for T-shirts in WCW were through the roof. Rey Mysterio's masks were through the fucking roof in WCW.
Right. And NWO merch. Right. Outsiders merch was not.
No, but the outsiders, but outsiders did sell. Outsiders did move.
Look, all I'm saying is Nash likes to bring up numbers, biggest names in the industry.
Right.
His numbers have never touched Austin or Rock or even fucking Hulk Hogan.
Would they though?
Sales.
Like,
dude, how long has it been since you've received a merchandise royalty there, Big Kev?
oh, probably any. He's probably still seeing royalties from the all of his NWO stuff. Like
and I'm talking like actual merchandise royalties from the company working for, not from Pro Wrestling Tees.
He's probably getting, like I said, I would think that WWE is still selling NWO shirts like hotcakes.
Website.
Right, they're still on the website, but who gets the majority of those sales?
Oh no. Is she really doing this shit?
What?
Mandy Rose is selling a one-on-one experience with Mandy Rose. Which comes with sit ringside for her match, get lunch with Mandy, and that's it. That's the experience as of right now.
Oh, happy ending?
I can make that experience a lot more.
About 3 seconds longer.
What does it come with happy ending?
Okay there,
Egg roll, John.
John, okay there, Deshaun Watson.
I would say where's the price, but like if it was Carmella, I would be making an appointment online right now to sell one of my testicles. If it happening, I'm just walking into the hospital and being like, cut it out, give me $35K. Take the one that stores it, not the one that makes it. I know the science. I know the science, motherfuckers. Or even better yet, like I take one experience with like Gigi.
Yeah, Ryan, I'm gonna tag Ryan. I'm tagging you in something on Twitter.
Oh, is it a restraining order?
No,
Okay.
no. It's
No, we're not that.
I'm not. Don't call me Tom
big
because I'm
mouth
not.
about goofy.
Don't call me Tom because I'm not petty.
Dude, I'm so fucking petty. You can call me Tom.
Yeah. All right, I just sent it to you. I just retweeted it and sent it to you.
What is it? You can't not tell.
Oh,
Going
yeah,
on.
that's right. You're not going on. It's a. I'm watching this and I'm dying. It's a woman on a slide that literally does a header to the bottom of the slide while she's standing. Oh, Jesus.
He's gonna be so dope with his stuff.
For the brand! Wham!
Ugh.
I don't quite understand this Bailey faction.
Well, don't have to worry about it because the only thing that you have to worry about is the fact that they're not going to win the tag titles so they can have Sasha Banks and Naomi come back.
What you thinking? Tonight.
Guys, WWE is not a supply every week.
Like I said, you're going to get Sasha Banks and Naomi so you can set up Clash for the Castle.
Well, we'll see what happens.
So there's rumors about Brown Snowman coming back to the as well as Joshua.
Jonah.
Jonah, sorry. Bronson Reed.
I would have loved to see him back. It'd be great to see him.
I think he
Man's
needs,
an outstanding athlete.
makes my card a little more popular. I got his original NXT card.
Okay, there you go. Don't you have an autographed one of his?
Yeah.
And you have a Bianca one. I'm surprised that hasn't gone up in value.
It has. It's like $75 now, I think, right? Was that when you last checked?
Yeah, that was whenever I last checked.
It was like $75. It was the War Games one. Because
there you go.
it had the piece. It had a piece of the ring.
So, I posted this in the chat, and I'm going to talk about it for a second, because this was super fucking dope today, okay?
Okay, what do we got?
So, literally, about a half hour before you guys went on the air,
Uh-huh.
my favorite musician of all time, okay? Mr. Lars Fredrickson of Rancid,
Okay.
opened up a page on Whatnot where he is selling off some of his personal collection stuff.
All
Okay.
right.
And today he did a live auction. So I was tuned into the auction, of course.
Mm-hmm.
I bought a shirt of his for $26 from him.
Nice.
That's pretty fucking dope.
I would say so.
Like, it wasn't one of the, like, I was looking at a couple items. Like, I was looking at some dead merch from Rancid, shit that hasn't been made in, 15 years.
Right.
But dude, that hat with the customization autograph sold for seriously like $400.
Jesus.
The shirts were selling for fucking quite a bit. Dude, he was selling fucking wrestling figures
Why is he selling everything off?
because he's got 3 storage units full of shit that he's been accumulating for 30 years.
Guys, I just got breaking news about an hour ago. And actually has to do with, it's a sports topic, and it has to do with Ryan's good old Albert.
Yeah.
Just hit another dinger.
Where's that put him?
I don't have the exact number for 694, but he broke a record today.
What did he do?
Hit a homer off of he hit one homer off of 450 pitchers.
Wow.
Dude. He's only got 600 to 700.
What did I say?
We've got a month
He
of
can, dude. He can make 710.
baseball.
He can make 710.
How many games do we have left in the season?
About 30.
About 30.
About 30.
I won't say 710 is impossible, but I would say 7 even is
Doable.
more attainable with less pressure. And if he gets 7, we'll see him next year. And I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Welcome home, Albert.
But then here's the question.
The other two are going to retire.
One more year,
The
yeah.
other two are going to retire.
I don't think Yachty will retire. Him and Albert want to retire together.
That's fair.
Well, he might be slow. He's still got one of the best arms in the game.
True.
Be a DH.
But
Now, my question is how the season.
Eh. We'll see what happens.
Wayno will retire. Wayno will go.
I think he's already said it because I is
And
Is
then
not what
he'll be gone for and continue to carbon copy of Chris Carpenter.
there you go. I will say nothing bad about those guys because I have respect for all three of them.
That's just how I see it playing out in the city.
Right.
If we win a World Series and Albert doesn't retire because he gets 700, 710, that could change it for all three of them.
yeah.
Because you got to remember, we lost Albert, Matheny took over, and we haven't won a World Series since we're back in the city, and the Cards are on fucking fire.
Are. I'm actually thankful to your Cardinals because you beat. It kept us at 3 games ahead.
But
I was happy on that in that regard.
all right. Anything else, Rye? Is there anything else you want to bring up? Since you joined us late.
Yeah, actually, I got a message from you know who.
Oh God. What does he want? What's he want?
He told me to tell you to shut your fucking mouth.
Oh really? About what?
Ooh, what?
He said to shut your fucking mouth. You know what the fuck you did. You don't give your boy the woo-woo.
Yeah. I still don't know what your fuck your boy's talking about.
I don't know what the fuck either one of you are talking about.
He says, don't give your boy the woo.
What the
I asked him
fuck?
3 times, what the fuck happened? And all he said was, he fucking knows.
The question is what the
I
fuck's
don't know
a
what the
woo-woo?
fuck. You gotta think back to whatever fucking show you remember what the fuck you did.
That's the thing. I don't know
Could've
what the
been
fuck.
right.
I don't. What fucking meth is he smoking?
I don't know, but
Because whatever it is, it must have been
He-
whatever
he-
he found
he
in
said-
that. Whatever meth he's smoking, he must have found it in that fucking glory hole that he found in that night that someone else gave him a woo woo.
oh my god.
What the fuck is going on? Would someone please explain to me?
The less you need to know, the better, John. Don't worry about it.
No, because it's pissing me off. It's gonna bother me. What the fuck?
So he says if you keep it up,
Why? Well, what
I'm
if
already,
what,
but
what if I keep it up?
look, a threat was made. That's all I know.
Yeah, well, maybe we have to have him on the show one time.
Yeah, I can facilitate that. I can facilitate that.
How about somebody facilitate a fucking story for me, please?
Go and listen to the last episode.
You just fucking tell me.
Because this is some serious shit. To my no. My knowledge, it only involves Ronnie and him running a foul to a certain dude.
Ronnie, who did you piss off?
Enough people.
I know this, but who did you piss off so bad that he's coming after you?
I don't know. Apparently I gave him a woo-woo. Whatever the fuck that means.
Are you talking about fucking Cardona?
No, we're not talking about fucking Cardona. This dude fucking despises Cardona. He's gone after him for gimmick infringement twice.
What the fuck is the question?
On the record saying that Cardona is exposing the business by using woo-woo as his catchphrase instead of its technical meaning, which I don't even fucking know what it is. Okay? He's just saying you gave him.
What is that
No,
like?
what the fuck
What is that like? What is that like? What is that? The horror version of a reach around?
Like, did you finger him?
No.
Did you put a finger in his butt? I don't know. Look, here's what's going to happen, okay? And I am going to tell him on the show next. Fair?
Fair.
You and him can hash it out mano a mano. And I laugh my motherfucking ass off because I have a feeling that this shit is going to be. Then you're just like, what the fuck is this guy pissed about?
And I'm going to be saying.
Well, whatever it is,
Look,
we're gonna. Whatever
let
it
me
is,
just
it
say-
doesn't sound like it's good. Let's just say whatever he's accused me of, it's a slang term for something.
It's a slang term for something. Let me just say, okay, John, I know a wrestler out here, okay? This dude had his heyday in like the early 90s, okay?
Okay. All right.
Medium-sized name. Everybody's kind of heard of him, okay? Up to Jersey, and he did a show, and Ronnie did something. He won't tell you what it is. All he said is, you don't fucking do that. It's pretty bad. He's referred to it as the old woo-woo, and I have been fucking of all the dudes that I know out here on the scene.
Okay.
So we're just gonna get to the fucking bottom of it, and I'm gonna have.
Do you think he'll do it though? Will he do it though?
I'll text him right now. And send. All right. It's sent.
Oh, Jesus, this is going to be a fun
See what
one.
happens.
So it's a must-see next week. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, that is our show. If you like what you heard, please follow us on our social media accounts under the Nerd Report Network. Follow us individually on Twitter at FNRonnie.
At the Zombie Master.
At Stuntcock STL.
And join us back here on Wednesday for the bad, and the what the fuck was that on the Nerd Zone on the Nerd Report Network. We dive into the deep bullshit of sports, college football week 0, our picks for week number 1, and much, much more. But with that being said, if you like what you heard, tell your friends. If you don't like what you heard, please tell your enemies. But if they don't like it either, tell them it is a teachable moment, and everything on this show is a fact of life. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where the fuck's the mouse, you piece of shit?